I have mentioned God's love. Is there any such thing? Have you ever experienced this love? Let me tell you a story recounted by the Reverend Bill Sinkford, president of the Unitarian Universalist Association. This is how he tells it. In the midst of a crisis, my son Billy, then 15 years old, had overdosed on drugs, and it was unclear whether he would live. I sat with him in the hospital, and I found myself praying. First, the selfish prayers for forgiveness, for the time not made, for the too many trips, for the many things unsaid, and sadly, for a few things said that should never have passed my lips. But as the night darkened, I finally found pure prayer, the prayer that asked only that my son would live. And late in the evening, I felt the hands of a loving universe reaching out to hold me. The hands of God, the Spirit of life. The name was unimportant. I knew those hands would be there to hold me whatever the morning brought. And I knew, though I cannot tell you how, that those hands were holding my son as well. I knew that I did not have to walk that path alone, that there is a love that has never broken faith with us and never will. My son survived, but the experience stayed with me. Bill Sinkford was in my congregation when I served at First Unitarian Church in Cincinnati, and then he would have identified himself as an ardent humanist. That changed with his broken heart in that hospital room when he had a direct experience of something that he hadn't counted on, a kind of mystical experience, as it were. Now, I don't much have those experiences myself, but I do have an intuitive knowing that I am held by something much larger than myself, to which I am ultimately accountable, and that something is best described as love with a capital L. And I have given myself, in all of my frailty, with many, many missteps along the way, to this love. I got a message from the office a couple of days ago from a man who just started coming to church not too long ago. He is a man who has had a difficult life. The message was that his father had died and that he wanted me to know. I picked up the phone and called. I got him on his cell phone just as he was pulling into his little hometown in Montana to join the family. "How are you?" I asked. He was hesitant. "I'm okay," he said. He paused. I asked how his father died and how his relationship was with his dad, and he said, "Oh, it was good." Another pause. "I don't know what I believe about the afterlife," he said, "but I hate to see someone die with so much anger." "It's all right," I said. "Things happen. People grow angry. But God is big enough for your father's anger. He'll be all right. He'll be with God." Use whatever language you like. He'll be with God. He'll be with love. I believe it is the nature of the universe and inescapable. That's the universalism in our Unitarian universalism. Universal salvation. Universal love. That is the wonderful irony of it, this inescapable, unstoppable love that keeps pulling at you, will keep making its demands, even though we slip up over and over again, keeps making its demands, will keep wanting you to be a more open container for this very love. And at the same time, we are loved unconditionally, just as we are. Our part is only to accept it. So be it. Amen.